Are we live? I believe we are live on Facebook. What's up, guys? Happy Monday afternoon. I just lost as we wait for people to jump on here. Let's check it out. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. We're getting set up as we wait for people to jump onto the Facebook Live here. Boom, there it is. There we go. All right, we got 4 people on to get settled in here. Hey, hashtag live if you're joining me live this afternoon. Got some great stuff to talk about as we are in the lunch hour, and I'm excited about talking to you guys this afternoon. Did you all have a great holiday, Easter holiday yesterday? Let me know where you're at. Hashtag live if you're live. Great Monday. There we go. Hashtag live if you're live. Hashtag replay if you're catching this on the replay, and thumbs up if you are if you can hear me as we're waiting for people to jump on. Super excited. Nice holiday yesterday with the family, with Melissa and Elijah. Just spending some time here at home, as you can imagine. Got back into a little bit of my long distance running after taking some time off after the Gate River run. So that's been good. Allow my body to recover for about 4 or 5 weeks, doing some small runs here and there. Watched church online, so that was good. We participated in that. And then brunch and what else? Brunch, movies, and a nap. Top off the Easter holiday. Fantastic. Joanne, good afternoon. Thanks for checking out the video. Got 4 people. Hashtag live if you're joining live. Hashtag replay if you're on the replay. Going to talk about a couple of things. I'm going to have a guest with me this week talking about routines and productivity. And that's why I posted the question, what kind of day are you having today? That is the real question. What kind of day are you having today? And we'll talk a little bit about that because right now, every day seems like Saturday. Are you with me? Jeff, good afternoon, buddy. Thanks for checking out the video. Every day kind of seems like the same day. So how are we going to be productive? How are we going to approach our days? Maybe we're not even talking about work and productivity. Maybe we're just talking about existing and living and getting through each day. As you know, here in Florida, they anticipate that this time into the early part of May is going to be the peak here. So I don't know where you're watching from here in, around the world on Facebook, but here in Florida, in North Florida, they're anticipating that the last 2 weeks in April and going into May, that's going to be the peak time here. Now, we've already seen a drop off in New York. You're keeping tabs at home. And so maybe we are starting to see the flattening of the curve as we've been talking about this. You know, for us here in North Florida, everything started to shut down right around St. Patrick's Day. That's kind of where, in my mind, I remember things kind of being shut down. I remember bars and restaurants were shut down right before St. Patrick's Day to alleviate the number of people gathering in a crowd. And so in my mind, that's kind of where we started this sort of shelter in place, stay at home mandate here in North Florida. And saw Mayor Lenny Curry on Fox News the other day, and he was talking about how we have a lower rate of infection than some of the larger metropolitan cities, and that's due in part to the fact that he took action quickly. Probably got criticized for it, but that's kind of where we're at today. Amy, good afternoon. Thanks for jumping on. So we're going to talk about productivity, I wanted to mention, okay, on Wednesday at 11 a.m., I'm going to have Pat Hannigan of Jack's Fitness Academy with me on my People Talking series. Okay. Last week we had Tracy O'Neill, National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach, with me talking about wellness. We had Heather Borders from Kylo Nutrition the week before talking about nutrition. This week we're getting a fitness brother in the house. We're going to talk about fitness. He's going to talk about specifically something that he posted this morning about routines, and we're going to talk about that a little bit today as well. And so he's going to be my guest on Wednesday at 11 a.m. So I'll put a post out to remind you guys, but 11 a.m., Pat Hannigan of Jack's Fitness Academy. We're going to talk about routines, how we manage our time right now when every day seems like the same day over and over again. And we're going to talk about fitness, you know, one of my favorite topics. And we're going to talk about how he's serving his community at Jack's Fitness Academy over there in Mandarin. So it's gonna be awesome because this is gonna be the first time he and I connect, and I'm excited about these collaborations. So keep your eye on this series of People Talking, our Jacksonville community, health and fitness people coming together. If you know people that would be good for a series like that, would like to talk about sort of their perspective and you know what they're doing to help their community around them, please tag them in these videos. I would love to connect with them so that we can get more information to help you guys during this time. And so we're talking about it's Groundhog Day, Jeff says. Yes. And even though every day still it feels the same, we still want to find a level of productivity that suits us, so that's what I'm going to talk about today as I'm looking down at my notes. Some of us are looking to be more productive. Some of us are kind of pulling back and relaxing, so it's all going to be based on your personal situation and needs. Some of you may be still kind of paralyzed by the situation, or the monotony of the day to day is sort of causing you to kind of freeze up and not really have the ability to take that next step and move forward as we go through this. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about that helps me be productive in a time like this is one of the things that I like to do is what I call own the morning. Now it's 12:55, it's almost 1 p.m. I feel like for the most part, my day is usually done by this time. And the reason being is that I try to own the morning as much as possible. That calls for getting up a little bit earlier. That calls for being organized. That calls for having a plan. That also calls for being a dad, a stay-at-home dad right now, helping Elijah with his homeschooling and just being available to him. So there's a couple of hours in my morning where I have to be a parent. And then most of the rest of the morning is also about running my business and developing new skills and things like that. So owning the morning is a very important concept that I'd like to share with you and suggest that maybe you start to look at how you're structuring your mornings. What time are you waking up? And even before that, what time do you go to bed? Right? To set up your morning, to set up your day to be productive, you've got to start the evening before. And so what time are you going to bed? What time are you waking up? And how are you organizing your morning? Are you owning that critical part of the day? One of the things I wanted to share with you that has helped me, and maybe some of you have seen this as I share my screen, when I own the morning, part of it comes from the fact that I want to understand which things need my attention the most. And so as I share my screen here, I want you guys to take a look at this grid that probably a lot of you have seen, right? As I share my screen, can you guys see that? Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. Yeah, Meryl, awesome. Thanks for joining us on here. This is a time management matrix, and they put the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So this is a way to kind of in your mind understand when you want to own the morning, you have to figure out what tasks fall in which quadrant. As you can see here, and I'm going to use my arrow, right across the top, we've got urgent. Here we go. We've got urgent and non-urgent. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then we have important and not important. So being a dad and tending to Elijah while Melissa is at work is going to fall in one of these categories. And it usually ends up in this quadrant right here. It's urgent and it's also important. So when I own the morning, I have to delegate a few hours for his schooling. So at 10 a.m. they have an online meeting where the teacher goes through a lesson, and the kids, most importantly, the kids get to see each other. I don't know if you parents are experiencing that with your kids, them not being able to see their classmates and their friends, but it's a very real thing, and it's a very important part of their day so that they understand that what we're going through is temporary and that their friends are still around and they can still connect with them. So being a dad and his schooling falls in this first quadrant in here. Now, certain priorities that I have for my work in the early part of the day will either fall into this urgent, maybe it's messaging my clients and making sure and finding out what their plan is for their workouts this week. That will fall in here. I did that this morning. Writing workouts is important, but it is not urgent because I have the rest of the week to kind of plan for that. Okay, so we have those things falling into this second category, important but not urgent. And then anything else really will fall below the line of important and fall into the non-important category as well, right? So we have not important but urgent, and not important, not urgent. So you can see here on this example, not important, interruptions, some calls, some emails. Yeah, so some of my work tasks will fall into the urgent but not important, okay, into here. So workouts could also fall in here. Maybe some particulars of, a dynamic with a client that will fall into there that I need to get with them, but maybe it doesn't have to fall into the first 5 hours of the workday on a Monday morning. And then here, this is just time wasters, right? You can see trivia, busy work, scrolling, incessant scrolling definitely falls into this not important, not urgent. So just a little, you can search that, the time management matrix, and see how that might be able to help you own the mornings and help you provide some structure into your day, okay? So as I mentioned, Wednesday at 11 a.m., Pat Hannigan and I are gonna be talking about routines and the importance of that to give us structure in our days when every day feels like Groundhog Day. Now, if you have questions, please, right here. Look at that. There I am. Post them up in here. Hi, Meryl. Who else we got? Got Lisa. My cousin is on here, all the way in Michigan. Brandy, good afternoon. Sean, good afternoon. David, good afternoon. If you guys have questions, please post them in the chat. I'm checking that. And so routines and structure will help you get organized and put some intentionality into these kinds of days where we're inside and it seems like the same day after day. Now, maybe that's not where you're at right now. Maybe you don't have the urgency, and that's fine. Everybody's in a different place these days, right? So for myself, I'm trying to be as productive as I can with my business, with my clients. I want to come out of the other side of this kind of at a different level, at a better level. I'm working on building new skills for myself, digital marketing, funnels, Facebook ads. I'm really kind of taking this time and really building my skill sets up so that when we get through this, I'm at another level with my training business, my fitness business, my online marketing, things like that. And maybe that is something that you could consider for yourself or not. Some people are home with their kids, and to think about doing more things while being a parent can be overwhelming. So figure out where you're at. Maybe your productivity looks a little bit different. Maybe you're solidifying relationships with people. Maybe you're investing more time with your kids, more quality time. Maybe you're developing routines and habits with your kids. I know one of the things that we're doing here with Elijah, for whatever reason, he's taken to the fact that being in the kitchen with us and helping us cook like is like a cool thing for him. Like he has so much fun helping out in the kitchen. So when I make my protein shakes, with the chocolate protein powder, he wants to make a milkshake, so we do it together. So like we're developing all of these new cool things that we can do together. So maybe your productivity, we qualify that in a different way than maybe just in the workplace. So whatever productivity means to you, maybe that's how you're structuring your day with your kids, with your family, with your work. Okay. One of the things, let's see if we got any questions here. Guys, any questions? Colleen, thanks for jumping on here. One of the things that I wanted to talk about or just kind of reach you, I follow an app. It's called Deep Stash. And one of the things that I came across this morning was about doing everything when we have so much time like this. The tendency is to feel like we want to do everything because we have so much time. It's hard to have those definitive boundaries, a set bedtime, a set time where we wake up, a set time where we do homeschool, a set time when we exercise and work out, a set time when we have lunch. It's hard to do that because all we've got so much time, and it's easy to kind of just slide things around. And I'm here to tell you that the more structure you have, which Pat will talk about on Wednesday at 11, the more sense of organization and purpose you'll have in your day. Okay, so maybe that's a new concept to you. Start to think about that, having a set time for everything that you are engaged in. So the idea here of having limitless time or unlimited time and doing everything. As more and more people work from home, there is a new kind of pressure. It's called maximum productivity. I know that. I live that, unfortunately. In the middle of a worldwide crisis, the internet is filled with stories of people organizing themselves, working out, baking delicacies, or writing books, making full use of their time, apparently. I see tons of people out on the sidewalk, walking, running, biking that I'd never seen before. And hey, good for them. They're utilizing their time to their max, okay? But this leaves those simply trying to raise their kids while working from home feel as if they are not doing enough, okay? It is also harder to do stuff in the midst of a global pandemic, which has affected every facet of modern life, making being at home less of a luxury and more of a handicap. And that's something, right? The fact that we're here is putting more constraints on our time than maybe we had realized. So that is another benefit of adding structure and having set times and having a routine, which Pat will talk about on Wednesday at 11, to help you kind of break out of that Groundhog Day effect and give yourself some time to have structure and address the different things like we talked about with the quadrants, the important and the urgent, the important and the non-urgent, those things. Very interesting. What are you guys doing to stay productive, or how are you structuring your days? Let me know here in the comments. I wanna have a conversation with you guys here. All right, who we got still on here? We got Colleen, we got DMC. DMC, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well in England with your mom. Hope you guys are safe and healthy. Saw you playing some games there, board games. You posted that. That was cool. Sean, you're here. How are you guys doing with your days and breaking out of that groundhog effect? Again, Wednesday at 11 a.m. We're gonna have more with Pat Hannigan from Jack's Fitness Academy. He's going to be talking about more about routines and structure and breaking out of that kind of routine. Looking here, got any questions? No, that's it. All right. Well, I hope this video helped you. Again, we're looking for more people to participate in our conversation, people talking fitness, health, wellness, nutrition, recovery. We can talk a lot about different things. So post them, tag some people here in the video. That way I can connect with them and we can talk more about health and fitness here in our community here in Jacksonville, Florida. If that's it, Amanda, good afternoon. Any questions? Any questions? If that's it, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, your productive Monday, whether it's with the kids or the family or actually learning or building a new skill, working on something to develop yourself during this time. Take advantage of that if that's your choice. And again, if you have any questions, post them. I'll get the notifications. I can double back and circle back to this. Hey, enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll be back live here on Facebook real soon. All right, thanks, guys.